Hi, I'm Mike with Janky Time Production. We're doing the idler pulley and the tensioner pulley today. Okay, so I'm showing you a diagram of the serpentine belt for the 05 Dodge Ram 1500. Please note that when working on engines, you should disconnect the battery. Also, as you see there, it says 15 millimeter bolt clockwise to release tension from the tensioner. Okay, so there's a tensioner pulley, which is this one, hard to see. And then there's an idler pulley right below it. You're going to have to use the tensioner pulley and take the belt off. Then you'll have to change out the idler pulley. The belt's got to come off. You put your ratchet on the bolt head itself on this one. It's a 15 millimeter what it calls for. I'm using a 5/8. It fits. I'm just taking the belt off. You just pry on it and it'll loosen. You can take the belt off. As you can see, I got the belt off. There's no reason to take the whole belt off just for these pulleys. I already replaced the tensioner pulley because it went out the other day. In fact, I went out and I was stranded, and I did it on the side of the road. That's how fast you can really change that pulley out if you have access to the part. But changing out the idler pulley, I heard a squealing noise the other day, so I'm changing out the idler pulley so I don't get stranded and broke down again. And they're only $20 parts, so it's not that expensive to replace them. If you hear squealing noise, and you know it's coming from there. Now on this truck, the idler pulley is flat side. I'll show you in a little while. The tensioner pulley is grooved like this one. It goes the way of the serpentine belt. Here's your idler pulley, and here's your tensioner pulley. The tensioner is easier to get from the top. I found that you can get to the idler pulley from the top, but it might be easier just to get from the bottom. Now, if you have a breakover bar available, that's going to be your best bet. But you should be able to get it off with a regular ratchet or wrench. Now, replacing the idler pulley and the tensioner pulley. See, I got the idler pulley off. The tensioner pulley's here. Replacing either one of them is going to pretty much be the same. The only difference is they're both the same normal screw in. It's righty tighty, lefty loosey. It's not backwards thread or anything like that. The only thing is the tensioner is going to go up on you when you tighten up. And the other difference is this one's flat. The idler is flat. The tensioner pulley has grooves on it. The grooves go in the belt the certain way, so that when it's riding on the idler pulley, it's riding on the flat side of the belt, on the outside of it. Now, because I didn't take the belt completely off, right here, it's going around the flat side, so it shouldn't be that hard for me to put it back on. Now, as you notice, I did all this without taking any of the fan off or the coolant or the washer fluid. But when you use your tensioner, you pull it up, put your belt on, make sure that it's not that it's in the grooves, that it's not going to come off as soon as you start the engine, that you didn't put it on properly. Now, there's an old movie called Captain Ron, and he says, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen out there. Well, that's true to a sense. But if you're changing out a part on your car, let it run for a minute and make sure everything's working before you just jump out on the highway. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to Janky Time Productions.